Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the turn play. How can you win 2v3? Alright, and by the time you're done with this video, you should be able to explain this clip where we're going to play right now. Right, so the idea behind the turn play, I'll talk while we're going over this clip, but basically a turn play is a fight is happening. You're not necessarily winning, you're kind of like even or you're losing, and they're like engaging, or you know, something is going on, and then something happens, something needs to happen for you to turn around into winning. Right? What's the pattern we're looking for? All right, so we're gonna look at how can we develop a habit to make something like this happen. How can we recreate what we just saw? Right, and that's what we call the turn play. All right, but before we jump into things, I want to thank GameLeap for providing all the editing again for this video. They are definitely a good resource if you're trying to learn the game, not just the ADC role, but rather all roles in League, you know, top, jungle, mid, support. So definitely check them out if you want to get better at the game. And yeah, let's hop right into things. So let's back it up. We'll use this as the first clip as an example. Then we'll go over 2v2 clips, and then 2v3 clips, and then other situations where you need to turn, like Baron, for example. All right. So the idea behind the turn play is that you win fights through a certain way. Let's say, for example, if I'm playing Xayah and I Q them, that doesn't really do anything. I don't really win like that, right? How do we win? Oh, we have a mad root, or we press W and you kill a bitch, right? Or Lulu polymorphs someone and we kill them. That's like how you win. But really your turn play is based around burst or CC, okay? And honestly, CC is tied in with burst because, you know, when they're CC'd, you just kill them, hopefully. So you need CC or burst. You want to identify which abilities in these kits are CC and or burst. What are the turn plays? All right, so if it's 2v2, we're looking at polymorph, we're looking at Xayah W, we're looking at Xayah E, we're looking at Yuumi ulti, Kai'Sa W, Kai'Sa ulti. Okay, well, Kai'Sa ulti is to nullify a turn play, but really it's Kai'Sa W into passive, right? So if we take a look at this and a fight breaks out and we need to kite it out, when do we turn around to win the fight? Right, when do we turn around? We're gonna run until you see that thing, right? Like she polymorphs, I press W to kill someone, or I root them, then we kill them all, right? You need to run until you see the turn play, and then you can turn around and kill them once it happens. So this is the turn play, the fat E, right? That's when you turn around, right? Okay, so how do we recreate it? You need to be able to identify the engage / turn abilities on every champion, and then look for it while you're fighting, and you need to be able to turn on a carry. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but you need to turn on a carry. And you know, you don't really want to turn on like the tank, like a Mundo or Alistar or whatever, unless you can get away with killing them, right? We need to aim the ADC. We need to aim the carry, really. It doesn't have to be ADC, but we want to aim the carry. So on Lux, what is it? Binding. On Caitlyn, trap. Talia, W, Pike stun, Pike hook, right? So if you take a look at this, right? What are we looking for if a fight breaks out? We're looking at our Lux binding, right? So you see how like, oh, we're getting engaged on. Okay, we have to flash because we messed up. But I'm looking for the turn here, and it's going to be on the binding. Like you see, Lux is preparing to throw it out. So can we kill Pike? Answer is yes, we go for the turn play, right? And while we're waiting for the turn play, we're aiming the carry, right? And ideally, of course, we turn on the carry, but in this case, we can't. We aim the Pike. That's totally fine. We can kill him and get away with it, go for it. Which, in this case, we can kill him and get away with it, right? In this case, you know, every time you kind of want to practice this, just look at each champion and say which is the important turn ability, which is the win condition, you can say. There's two parts to this. You need to know which abilities are the important turn abilities, and you also need to know who are we aiming, okay? You need to aim a guy you can kill for free, or it's good that you can kill him. Let's say, for example, we kill Leona and then Kai'Sa kills me. That's not going to be very good, right? So let's take a look at this, and you notice how I'm saving stuff until I see her get knocked up and ultied. Then we use all our abilities on her face. And even though it looked like, wow, this fight was going really bad, Rakan was dying for free, somehow we killed their ADC and we won, right? So that's how you do it. This is actually an interesting clip. Remember, we said burst or CC. Usually CC, but check it out. This is burst, right? What's the turn play? Cue him in the face with a net. And it looks fancy because we're like flashing and stuff, but it really is the same thing, right? I'm turning by myself with burst. Okay, so here it's gonna be the same thing. It's really all the same thing. What's the turn here? Of course, it's Lux binding. So he engages. We just turn on the binding. We're good to go, right? No problem. And you notice that we can aim support here because we can kill him and get away with it. That's the important part. Aim ADC or carry, unless you can kill a non-carry and get away with it. Getting away with it is like the hard part, right? Okay, now we burned through all the 2v2 examples. Let me show you some 2v3 examples, right? Same habit. Fight breaks out. What's the turn? It's obviously Leona stun into ulti. So I'm going to trap combo. We're going to turn on this guy, right? And if I had flash, it's actually funny because once you know how to turn, you need to watch for their turn as well, right? So if we're killing this guy and I have flash here, I can actually flash his turn play, which is the hook, right? Or his E-flash, whatever their turn play is, right? So once you can turn on them, then when you're fighting, you need to make sure they can't turn on you, okay? There's like a lot of levels, I guess, you could break this down into, but that's the general gist of things, right? This one is actually going to be interesting, right? This is like, oh, how come we're not using all our abilities on Pike? Because we can't kill him. That's important, right? You lose all of your burst on the turn play. You cannot turn anymore if you guys randomly use your shit, right? So that's why I'm not using that here. How do we kill him? We can't kill him and get away with it, right? So what do we wait for? We wait for our own trap. This is our turn. We trap him. We turn by ourselves, right? And, you know, okay, we shouldn't get the Pike kill here, but whatever. How can we win 2v3, right? You turn with CC or burst on a specific character, right? And you need to kill that character. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem. It's really important that you are looking for the turn and you save your abilities until you turn. Okay, that's the basic. This is a classic one. You guys see this the most in low elo when they flash into the tower and you CC them, right? This is most commonly seen with Ahri mid lane where you charm them into tower. That's the turn play, right? Or Lux mid lane when she's getting ganked and she binds two people, right? It's still the same concept, okay? Just as the tower is doing the damage now, right? Let me show you some non-laning examples. We're doing Baron. What is the turn play with Baron, right? So if you look at our team comp, remember CC or burst. So here's some examples. Maybe Wither, that's pretty weak, right? And then Rengar burst someone, sure, he's gonna go run around. Karthus wall is pretty weak CC, but maybe it could work. But the real one is Pike, right? Pike is going in with a hook, or they step on a trap, right? So that's what you're looking for. So you're on the Baron. People say turn when they come, and it's just Nasus running at them. That's fucking boosted, okay? That's not a good turn. They just walk away. You need a turn with a specific ability, and that ability needs to hit, right? So check this out. What specifically are we looking for? Pike hook. You want the easiest, the strongest thing you guys have. So we're turning on Rengar ult, Pike hook, right? Something along those lines. So here, Pike is running it down, and we get him with the hook. Now it looks clean. Everyone's going in. And then we turn back around because there's nothing else to go for, right? We rinse and repeat, go for hook again. But that's kind of what you want a turn to look like when you're doing objectives. Now you know how to turn on people. You need to not get turned on when you guys are engaging, all right? So if you can master these concepts, I promise you, you'll be able to learn when you can 2v3 laning phase, when you can 2v2 in the team fights. You'll be able to watch out for these turn plays, right? And in random skirmishes, it's gonna be the same thing, all right? So try this on your games. Let me know how you guys are doing, and if you have examples, definitely show other people in the comment section. I don't know, like clip it on Plays TV or something. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed / learned something, and I hope this will, you know, I hope it will be useful in your games, but I know it'll be useful in your games, right? So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to thank GameLeap for providing all the editing again for this video. They are definitely a good resource if you're trying to learn the game, not just the ADC role, but rather all roles in League, you know, top, jungle, mid, support. So definitely check them out if you want to get better at the game. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.